So I'm Jim Schultz, and welcome back to the afternoon edition of Options Uncapped. I guess that's what we're calling this. Welcome to the Wednesday afternoon edition of what it is that we are trying to do. I mean, now we've got AM editions, we've got PM editions. Like, man, I don't know how we're going to keep up, but I'm going to do my very, very best. So welcome to the show. If you are watching anywhere other than here, then you should be here, because we only have one place that you could possibly watch this show, and it is on the YouTube channel. So hop into the chat. Questions, comments, stories, and jokes, man, they're all welcome. I want to know what is up, what is going on in your world. The algo is dying to know what is going on in your world. And man, this morning's show, man, you guys, I mean, it was unbelievable. It was crazy. I can't believe we're doing it. I'm so excited. Okay, so a couple of things. A couple of housekeeping things. So number one, as far as the schedule, so we're going to have a nice graphic for the schedule at some point in the very near future. But tomorrow, I am not going to be on with you all in the morning, because I'm going to be on with the private OU community. But I'll be with you guys for the afternoon. And then Friday, we will have another double feature. We'll do the morning and we'll do the afternoon. And so basically, you know, if you want to jot this down for you guys, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, and then Monday through Friday afternoon. So the afternoon slot is locked down like it's me and you, and that's the way it's going to be. And so that is going to be the schedule going out into the foreseeable future. And then the second thing is, I would actually like to know, because I know that lots of you are following me or finding me from Theory to Practice, RIP. Let me know in the chat. Right now, first of all, actually, the song has not been picked yet. So I see lots of songs coming in. I see lots of things. I see people emailing me, people putting it in the chat, people coming by the property. Like the song, you guys actually aren't even close to the song. And so I'll give you guys one big hint. This is a huge hint. The song has absolutely nothing to do with money. Nothing at all to do with money. Because lots of people are guessing and trying to, figure it out with money and what have you. Has absolutely nothing to do with money. So that is a fairly big hint. But the second thing I want to know, put it in the chat. When did you start watching, if you ever watched From Theory to Practice? What was your inauguration date? Give me like an FTTP and then a year. Like FTTP 2017, FTTP 2021. I'd be very curious to know, how long you were watching FTTP for, and then you made your way over to OU. And then I think that's it from a housekeeping standpoint. I think that's it. I think we did all that we want to do. So Ryan, go ahead and bring us into the market. Man, let's have a look-see at what is going on. Yeah, so this morning, man, we had a decent little start, and then I really tried to light some stacks of cash on fire. Like, I really tried, and I was reasonably successful there this morning, but the NASDAQ has come back a wee little bit, and so that is good. So I want to unpack my thoughts around the equilibrium trade a little bit more. And I see you guys in the chat, man. Look at 2020, 2019, 2023, 2025. Man, this is absolutely amazing, man. Cheeseburger in paradise. It is not Sturgis. I see you, Sturgis. Look at Sturgis, man. Shout out to the CPU. It is not Cheeseburger in paradise, but that is a very good guess. So this morning, obviously, I mean, we're tangents on tangents, we're digressions off of digressions. That's not going to change. But I do hope that as we kind of find our stride and get a little bit of momentum going here, that things are a little bit more organized. But I'm not the most organized guy that you've ever met in your life. So I'm going to do my best, and we will just kind of see where the wind blows us. But I do want to unpack a little bit more about what we did this morning, kind of why I did it, and like what I see now, and like how I'm defending the position and things like that. Again, there's no way I could possibly unpack all the details around an equilibrium trade in one show, even in a week's worth of shows, because there's a lot of underlying mathematics, there's a lot of underlying quantitative principles that we'll get to when we get to them, but I kind of have to drop breadcrumbs on the trail. Now, don't worry, they're going to be gluten-free, they're going to be organic, but that's the only way that we can do it. Okay, so this morning, you notice, well, actually, let's go back. Actually, let's go. I think this is our third derivative of tangents now. I think we're 3 tangents deep at this point. Let's go ahead and let me go to my activity page. So if you look at my activity page, I want to sort, because I had several people reach out and they're like, wow, you haven't traded for 7 weeks? I haven't traded for 7 weeks. I haven't done a single trade for 7 weeks, other than what I did with you all this morning, and then what I traded with the OU community yesterday. That was it, because I was building OU. Like, I mean, I was on that Jocko Willink sleep schedule, man. Like, I was getting up at 3, recording videos at 4, doing it till 10 p.m., and then getting up the next day and doing it all over again. And so I didn't even have time to trade. A lot of times I had no idea where the market was. I mean, I had to have some idea for FTTP, of course. But in terms of the stealth accounts and OU and stuff, I hadn't traded for about 7 weeks. So if you go all the way back to, I mean, I think it was like July 6th when I stopped trading. And so there you go. Like, you see, these are all my orders since July 6th. So, as I said, yesterday I did 1 order, and then today you guys saw, I mean, the Snapchat stuff, and then MNQ, and then MES. That's it. That's all I've done. And so I wanted to, again, I mean, in the spirit of transparency and in the spirit of you guys seeing everything, I haven't done anything for about 7 weeks. Now, I've traded a lot more than that prior to that, because again, you can't rip through thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in commissions without doing some silver trades by the dozen before lunchtime. So we certainly did that plenty. But yeah, so that's the first thing I wanted to say. And then the next thing I want to kind of get into here is thinking about like what we did. Well, let's just actually stay in the activity tab for a second, because I'm already getting lots of questions. I'm already getting lots of feedback. I mean, it's amazing. It's great. That's what I'm here for, right? This is absolutely unequivocally what I'm here for. In terms of what I did this morning, why I did it, things like that. So let's start to unpack some of that. So you saw this morning at 9:32, we did our first trade. We sold some NASDAQ at 733. We bought it back at 96. So we picked up about, 36 points. Okay, that was great. And then a few minutes later, when the NASDAQ was a little bit lower, I decided to get long and try to play it on the other side of the market. It's a pretty common thing for me in the market open. I will very frequently do kind of these back and forth type of trades or these back and forth type of setups, because I do feel like in that, what I'm calling an equilibrium window, there's a tremendous amount of back and forth. There's a tremendous amount of tug and war. In fact, another shout out to my Momentum Bro and Bro Set friends out there. I love each and every one of you. Yes, I'm going to take the other side of everything that you do, but I love each and every one of you. And oh, don't forget, nothing I do today is a trade recommendation. This is all purely education. This is mildly entertaining, maybe modestly entertaining. And for all official purposes, we don't know each other. For all official purposes, we've never met. And so keep that in mind as we move forward. But when it comes to, trading that 9:30 to 10 window, what's really interesting is there are a lot of momentum traders out there that they will avoid that window. Right? They won't trade that window because there is so much back and forth. There is so much chop and slop. And I completely agree, and I'm taking the other side of that because I'm like, man, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity in that window. That's why it is that window. That's not the only equilibrium window, but that is primarily the main one. And again, when the imaginary economic data prints come out and the fictitious NFPs come out, that's another equilibrium window. But we'll get into all that when the time is right. But essentially, the idea here is I want to play the back and forth, and you can do back or forth. It doesn't have to be back and forth. But my idea here is that I essentially want to do whatever you want and then just wait until you're right. Now, I know that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But you guys have heard me say this on From Theory to Practice for many, many years, right? And oftentimes that would manifest itself with short premium, and that would manifest itself with, a short put or a short strangler or what have you. And that's all true as well. But in building OU and thinking about this and just thinking about how powerful short premium is and thinking about expected moves and realized volatility and the leptokurtic distribution and all this stuff, I'm like, man, I think there's another way that we could come at this very same, let's call it an empirical finding, and offer up a level of diversification that you don't have or really can't have with short premium. Because remember, with short premium, when it comes to delta, you're getting paid, 30 cents on the dollar, 40 cents on the dollar, like what have you. When it comes to a futures position, you're getting paid dollar for dollar. Like you're getting paid dollar for dollar, the full weight of that move. And so that's really, really nice when it comes to wanting to capitalize on these shorter term movements. So that's a very, very painting with a broad brush, high level overview, right? It's essentially just the tin cup strategy. We grip it and rip it. Now, what do we do when it doesn't work? Well, this morning was kind of like it doesn't work. I mean, the NASDAQ dropped, 100, maybe 150 points against us. And so my thinking when things don't work is that's when I like to start to lay some premium in against that EQT. like against that equilibrium trade, because now what I want to do is I want to slow some things down a little bit. I want to cut my size a little bit. I want to bring in theta. I want to bring in potentially volatility contraction. And it allows me to effectively do nothing a lot more effectively. I can lean into the DNS even more so than maybe I was, previously. Now, here's what's fascinating about that though. And I see you guys in the chat, man. Look at you guys just putting in work. Man, hold on. iSell Premium is here. Away from the numbers, I actually see iSell Premium says, I've never seen someone scalp futures without looking at the chart. I'm looking at the tape. I like looking at the tape, and I like kind of getting a feel for the market that way. I'm from the Tom Sosnoff School of Scalping, and I have paid a lot of money to attend that school. Not in actual tuition fees, but in consistent losers. And so, so I've adopted a similar philosophy, all kidding aside. Some people like to look at charts. That's totally fine. Like in the morning, like I will certainly like take a peek at a 1 minute chart just to get a feel, or even a 5 minute, whatever. I mean, I know Stanley Druckenmiller is looking at 1 minute charts too. And so it makes sense for me to align my chart reading with his own. But to give myself a feel for maybe what happened overnight or what have you, because I mean, your boy's got to sleep. And so, I mean, your boy needs that watch time, but your boy's got to sleep too. And so when I wake up in the morning, I want to know like what happened to gold, what happened to silver, what happened to oil, what happened to whatever. And yeah, I mean, I actually think one more, and these are random scattered thoughts. You guys got to keep in mind, this is day one. This is literally day one, right? So we've got to settle in, we've got to find our groove. I actually think that the equilibrium windows are so powerful. I actually think that these periods of time in the market, there's nothing super special about them, but I think that there's enough going on in those windows that I don't need to do anything special. I don't need to, jump out of my shoes to hit a home run. I don't need to necessarily, kind of get outside my lane and do something crazy. I can just control my position size. I can just understand the underlying mathematics. I can have my contingency plans in place, which is largely doing nothing. And then I let the windows do the work. Like I let these equilibrium windows kind of carry me forward to the finish line. And of course, by that, I mean, I'll spend a whole lot of time in last place. But for MNQ here, for what we did the first one and then we did the second one. Okay, so now the second one, here's what's fascinating about the second one. So if I do take a look at a chart, so if you guys saw earlier, right, if you saw this morning's show, you saw that, here, let me actually grab my thing. So if you saw this morning's show, you saw that my take profit order on this was at 650, right? And again, you can go back, you can watch the stream, and I could pull up like the cancel orders or whatever, but it was about 650. It was 29,650. Okay, the market started going down. I was taking some heat on the position. I'm like, well, let's control that heat in some capacity, and let's lay out some premium against that to slow some things down for all the reasons I talked about a couple seconds ago. Well, here's what's funny. A lot of the time when you do that, or when I do that, when anyone does that, right? A lot of the time, the market is going to come back, and it is going to give you the trade that you want. It is going to give you the price that you want. And because you have that premium in place, it muddies the waters. It now becomes a bit of a stick in the mud. Because, when I end up in a covered call, I mean, this is essentially a covered call, right? When I end up in a covered call, an equilibrium trade with premium against it, I don't really want to break those apart now. Like, those are connected. Those are together, right? It's just like peanut butter and oatmeal. It's just like buys and tries. It's just like David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez. Like, these two things are joined at the hip. These two things are never to be separated. And so when I think about that, I like to keep them together. Now, are there times when I might break them apart? Of course. Are there times when I might violate the rule and just have oatmeal on its own or peanut butter on its own? Of course. But generally speaking, as a default setting, I want to keep them together because now they're intended to kind of serve the same purpose. And so that's why this morning, when I sold that premium against the NASDAQ, which is this premium up here, by the way, when I did that, you guys saw me go right in and cancel that take profit order because I didn't want to run into a situation where, the NASDAQ runs up, it hits my take profit, which is great, and now I'm short a call on MNQ, which is fine, and that's okay, and I will do that too from time to time for reasons we'll get into another time. But I just wanted to point out that it's interesting that, let's see, let me go ahead and let me delete all that. Let me show you guys the chart here really quick. So if we do, and then I think, does Target have earnings today? I think they do. Man, you guys smell that? Oh yeah, baby. Let's take a look at this chart. There's a little smoke in the air, a little something. So if we look at MNQ, yeah, it was right here. It was, just right before, no, that's not it. It was up here. Yeah, I had to go to the dentist between shows. I had to go to the dentist, right? So we got off air, and I went right to the dentist. It was just a cleaning, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But yeah, and then I got back in the hot seat to get back for you all. But up here, this is where I had a chance. I was at the dentist. I was like in the chair. I'm like, oh, wow. My NASDAQ came back. That's pretty sweet. I was like, well, yeah, but I've got the premium on. And I was like, she was like cleaning my teeth at the time. And so I wasn't going to be like, hey, hold on. I got to take out this equilibrium trade. But then by the time I got done, it was down here. And I was like, well, okay, I guess we'll just hold on to it and just kind of, let this guy kind of work itself out. And so for now, it's very much a do nothing type of situation. But I actually think, and I know this is crazy. Do not share this on the internet. Because if you do, they're coming for every last one of us, man. They're coming for me. They're coming from you. The momentum bros are relentless. They are relentless. I know it's crazy. But I actually think if you're really small, you can do whatever you want. And if you wait until you're right, I actually think it's an incredibly powerful strategy. And then if you actually add on top of that, all the things we know about premium, all the things we know about theta, all the adjustment protocols we have at the ready, it's like, man, this is just a really powerful set of strategies that you can deploy into the marketplace. And again, I know some of you are out there and you're thinking, Jim, that's crazy. I know, I understand. I've had these internal dialogues with myself for 5 years. I'm like, this is crazy stuff, man. But again, all the live testing, all the anecdata, right? All the things I've been doing for the years, I'm like, I think in the end, it's positive EV. I do. I think it's positive EV, but again, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a professional. I'm a random guy on the internet. And so, all right, so let's go ahead. So this is what happened with MNQ earlier today. And so that is why I still have the trade on. Now, what is my plan moving forward? Let's talk about that, and then maybe we'll try to find a little bit more premium. And then I do really want to, I want to get in the chat, but the chat is a different experience now, man. I mean, you guys are like, I see you guys, man. Like this morning, you guys did so much work. I couldn't even get back to the beginning to like see where it started. And so that is, that is crazy, crazy stuff. And so, okay, what am I going to do with the position? Okay, a couple of things. So one of the things that's really valuable with an equilibrium trade is the distance between the entry price and the strike price. Because the wider that distance, the more room you have to maneuver, the more room you have to essentially, find yourself kind of in that Goldilocks zone where the EQT is working and the premium is not too much of a drag. When you sell premium against an EQT, I don't want to make money on the premium. I want to lose money on the premium, right? The premium is just there as like an insurance type of deal. The premium is just there as kind of like I guess it's like an insurance thing. It's like a safety net, sort of, right? And so it's there to just slow things down. It's there to just be the Brian McKnight, right? It's not the Rage Against the Machine. It's not the Alice in Chains. It's the Brian McKnight. And so when we think about it in those terms, we have to understand it's like, okay, I don't want to make money on Brian McKnight. I want to make money on the Rage Against the Machine. I want to make money on the Alice in Chains. And so even though it's not FTTP, the analogies are equally as below average as they've ever been. And so when I sell the premium against the future, though, I don't want to make money on the premium. Now, is there a scenario where I could potentially make money on both? Of course, it's possible, but it's not my go-to. If the NASDAQ does rally back, whether it be, on this, whether we're together on the stream or it's later today or it's tomorrow morning, whatever, or it never comes back. Maybe it never comes back, and that's the end of OU. I mean, that could certainly be possible, I suppose. And so I hope that doesn't happen. But, if this guy comes back in some capacity and I get some kind of splash of green on the screen, then I'll probably just be looking to take it off. I'll be looking to be done with it, and then that will be that. But I wanted to point out the distance between the strike and the entry price simply because that distance is so valuable. Like that distance is critically valuable for what we're trying to accomplish. And yeah, so by being, and I know I'm dropping a lot on y'all's plate. Like, again, this is brand new, right? And there's a lot of brand new stuff coming out. Like, I'm going to be talking about IVR. I'm going to be talking about volatility contraction. I'm going to be talking about volatility mean reversion. Like, all that stuff is coming too. But I thought, man, let's shoot from strength, right? Like, I've got a new thing. Let's talk about some new things. Like we got OU, we're still kind of, blowing the, or not blowing the dust off. That's actually the wrong analogy. We're taking the wrappers off of OU. That's a little bit better. Let's go ahead and take the wrappers off of some EQTs and some EQWs. And so yeah. So anyway, I think that is probably good for now. And then MES, obviously, we sit tight, we do nothing. There's really nothing to do on MES. And then as far as any other trades, see, it's a little bit, the afternoon show is a little bit different. Simply because, let's see. Oh, you guys are, oh my gosh, that's true. Yes. Thank you there. I see MG up to, so Ryan, maybe you can do this. I don't know. Ryan's got to deal with some furniture delivery. Hey, Ryan, I forgot to put the link to the Trading Lab down in the description for this show. I can add it after the show. Can you put it in the chat? It's just drjimtradinglab.com/tasty. drjimtradinglab.com/tasty. And then that way you guys can find it. You guys can sign up. It's totally free. I just send you insights and ideas and plenty of, B- humor straight to your inbox. And by inbox, I mean your spam folder. And so, all right, let's go ahead and, all right. The thing about the afternoon show that's a little bit different is the morning show is great because that is an equilibrium window. The afternoon show, unless the market is really whippy and the market is really fast, the afternoon is typically a lot slower for me where I'm not doing as much. And so that's where talking through the positions, talking about short premium, seeing where you guys are at and what questions you might have is probably going to be primarily what I'm going to focus on. And so so that's going to be that. Let's see. So let me try to find some surprises and delights. We're going to try to set it up, by the way, so Ryan can surprise and delight me, but we have to set that tech up. It might take a little bit of time. And so I do see a couple of questions, or a couple of song guesses. I see Sean McG saying Dropkick Murphys. That is not it. I see Brooke 967 saying White Snake. Here I go again. Great choice. No. I see E-Media. Dr. Jim, are you taking questions in the chat? I'm doing it right now. And so I'm going to try to find some actual, finance questions in a minute. But I see, man, look at 2018. Look at 2019. Man, Drew NC Enter Sandman. It is not. Gus Uruguay, the Benny Hill theme song. No, I see the Uncertain Trader. FTTP 2017. Wow, look at that. Man, look at that. And so let's see. Where are we at? This is funny. Oh, I see people are upset about the private community. Hey, man, I went from a handful of BEUs with my salary to 0 BEUs. And so I launched a founding member round and it's closed now. But yeah, we have the small community. It's up and running and I'm going to open it back up in the fall, but I can't just have it open all the time because it's just me. I mean, it's Grace and Ryan, which without them, I couldn't do any of what I'm doing. So again, huge shout out to Grace. She's actually in charge. Huge shout out to Ryan. He's doing all the tech and all the production. But in terms of the content and being available and things like that, I had no desire, to bring, 200, 300, 500, whatever it was, that many people into the community right away, because that's not really the experience that I want. And so it's just a small community right now, but we'll open it back up in the fall when we can get some things figured out. And so that's what I mean when I say the private OU community. And, but let me see. Man, I'm going to go all the way back. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Man, Sam L is in the house. What is going on there, Sam L? Man, I appreciate you so much, my friend. I see Joseph is here. N1C is here. Justin Sane is here. Yes, please hit the like button if you have not done so already. And in fact, you know what would really help? Grab a link to this stream right now and put it on your socials. That would be really helpful so people could find it. That would be really super duper helpful. I see Joseph is in the house. Andrea is here, or maybe Andrea, could go either way. N1C, pressed it twice. There you go. Griffin Jones is here. What is going on there, my friend? So like Big Brother, but we're trading. Yeah, a little bit. Sam L, welcome to the Gimmies and Gotchas show. Yeah, hopefully there's more Gimmies than Gotchas. I have a feeling they're going to be kind of equally yoked because they typically are. But yeah. Let's see. Do we have a... Luminous Spit says, when do we get the answer on the theme song? It's too much to handle. Like I said, I'm thinking it's going to take us a few weeks to figure this out in terms of getting the copyright, getting the licensing. And so I'm going to leave it open for a few weeks, right? And again, I mean, if you watch the show on a regular basis, like I will tell you, like if somebody nails it, I mean, it's, I'm not giving out any more hints. I've already given out a massive one today that has nothing to do with money. And so one day you're going to watch, and whether the timer is still there or not, but you're going to hear the song, and then you will know what it is, obviously, because you'll be listening to it. And so thank you there, Drew. I appreciate you, my friend. Let's see, Stockton. Oh my gosh, Stockton. So Stockton says, watching the timer like I'm waiting in the Great Wolf Lodge wave pool. So I was dying laughing reading that comment before the show, and I was laughing with Ryan about it. Because if you have small kids, that comment is so perfect. Like, that comment is 100% perfect when it comes to the timing and the delivery. Nice job there, my friend. Let's see. Malachi is saying, Dr. Jim, bring these portfolios back to life. Yeah, man. Let's pop back into the market there, Ryan. Yeah, you know, I mean, man, EME S&P's up 18. You know, we'll do a little market commentary here. EME S&P's up 18. Risk-free instrument down 60 on the day, also known as the NASDAQ futures, which is an extremely high-risk product if you're brand new to the markets. You got the boomers up 123. You got the Russell up 13. Man, you got bonds up a little bit. You got notes up a little bit. You got oil up a little bit. You got UB40 up a little bit. Got gold up a lot of bit. Man, the shifties are out there. You think they're watching? You think they're watching the OU afternoon stream? Man, they might be. They very well might be. What are the Hump Brothers doing? Let me take a look here. My Hump Brothers. Yeah, up $1.59. Hump Brothers looking good. Up to 65.63. And so everybody is happy. The NASDAQ is pretty weak, honestly, given everything else. And so what's dragging down the NASDAQ? Like, you guys let me know, because, I mean, I have no idea. Was it SanDisk? Was it Micron? Like, what was it? Let me know. Euro is up. British pound is up. And so, all right, let me take a look and see. I'll get back into the chat here in a second. Let me take a look and see what is going on after the bell today. Is there anything going on? Let me go to... Wait a minute. Hold on. We'll do a watch list. I can do a tasty default watch list. That's fine. Baba? Tomorrow morning? Yeah, I'm not touching that garbage. No way, man. I'll let y'all do that. Baba. I'm not trading Baba. Got Neo coming up on September 1st. I mean, I've been sick of love songs for... It's been years now. Years. But we might do a little something on September 1st. We'll take a look at some Neo. I mean, it's $4 stock. It's another... You know, I think Neo's another Chinese stock, I think, right? I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, but Baba, yeah, I'm not touching Baba. Don't really like trading Baba. I don't really feel like the markets are that good in Baba. I mean, if you look at Baba, you know, like you go to the trade page, they have earnings tomorrow. Like, if you wanted to do like an expected move butterfly, let's say, I mean, yeah, they're not that bad. You know, I thought they might be worse than they actually are. Like, if you look at Baba here, you know, you've got the stock up at 128. You know, I mean, you could do a butterfly up here. You know, somewhere around there. I mean, just looking at these markets, 7 cents wide, 3 cents wide, 1 cent wide, that's not too bad. You know, you go down here because obviously you're playing Baba to the downside. Again, guys, you have to make up your own mind. I'm just using common sense. 3 cents, 4 cents, 6 cents, what have you. Yeah, they're not that bad. I'm still not going to touch it. But yeah, I guess that kind of works. And so, all right, so Baba, and there's really nothing else to do right now. And again, looking like over like index-wise, you know, like right now, like when I look at my portfolio delta, right, my portfolio delta is now around 80 because of the premium that I sold. I mean, you guys saw it this morning. It was a little bit higher because we had the NASDAQ long and we also had the short put in MES. But portfolio delta right now, I mean, I'm right a little over 1x right now because my, you know, my SPY shares in my account are 65 approximately. And we talked about how to calculate that earlier today. You just take your net lick and divide it by the notional value of 100 shares of SPY, and that essentially gives you how many shares of SPY you actually have in your account. And that's an incredibly valuable metric to have, in my opinion, because you can use that for so many different things. Like what kind of directional exposure you want, where is your leverage point. You can obviously map it into your theta goals and theta, you know, objectives and what have you. And so for me, NASDAQ's coming back a little bit. All right, there we go. For me, you know, especially just getting started, like day one type stuff, I'm not necessarily wanting to get up to like 3, 4, 5x on the long side. I probably won't even do 3, 4, 5x on the short side for a little bit, just because, you know, we got to kind of wade into the water, man. Speaking of the Great Wolf Lodge wave pool, we got to kind of, you know, just dip a big toe in there. Broken or not, we got to just dip that guy in there and just kind of see what's what. And so for me right now, I'm not necessarily, going to go out of my way to establish more long positions. Something neutral might work. Something short might work. Like those kinds of things could absolutely work to fit with, the current portfolio delta and, kind of where I sit right now. Also, portfolio theta. Let's talk about that for a couple of seconds because this is actually really important. So portfolio theta. So for many, many years on the Tasty Network, we've talked about 0.1% to 0.5%, right? So I'll even put these here on the screen. 0.1% to 0.5%. I'm super pumped, man, because again, this opens us up. This unlocks so many things that we can talk about. This is great. So 0.1% to 0.5%. Okay. That range is still the range, in my opinion. It's still a great reference point, and I think living somewhere in that range is going to make sense for most people most of the time. Now, for me, since, you guys can see, I'm at about $50,000 here, a little bit more, but we'll just use 50 just to make it simpler. That's going to be from 50 up to 250. Okay. I generally like to live. I'm going to say you guys are going to see me mostly live. Now, again, I only have 27 right now. We're just getting going. We're just getting started. You guys are going to see me live probably most of the time around 100, give or take, right? Now, I may go up to 150. I may go down to 50, 60, 40, whatever. I'm probably going to be around 100, give or take. And the reason why is the following. Now, with the VIX at 14, 15, I may live around 50. But even when volatility expands, even when the VIX jumps to 17, 18, well, the VIX doesn't really jump to 17, but 18, 19, 20, you guys won't see me be, it's going to be pretty rare that I'm super high on theta in terms of my regular, what I'm calling independent theta. Again, lots of things to talk about, too many things to talk about, lots of new terms, the acronyms, guys, the acronyms, man, there's too many. There's too many. We got to trim them. We have to trim them because we're not going to be able to keep up. But you won't see me get too high on my portfolio theta because I don't want to have too much unit risk exposed with my premium trades because I know that my EQTs are gonna play a very big role in what I personally like to do. Again, you have to decide what makes sense for you. I cannot tell you what to do. I don't know your risk tolerance. I don't know your account size. We have never met, right? I am just a faceless gnome wandering through the woods. You are a faceless gnome wandering through the woods, and our paths have happened to cross right here and right now. That's all this is. And so when we remember that, you have to decide what makes the most sense for you, of course, as always. But just letting you guys know how I see things and what I'm going to do. You're not going to see my theta numbers get too high too often just because I want to leave plenty of space for the EQTs. And so I think that was probably a worthwhile thing to kind of address here on the front end. Okay, let me go back into, because I want to get to more questions, because again, I got to find my groove here. And I know a big part of FTTP was, the questions. And you guys are you're amazing, man. So let me see here. Let's see. Ash Finn is in the house. Ash Finn is here. BBB Fine is here. What is up? E-Media, Dr. Jim, in the normal FTTP time slot. Yes, we went back to the 2 o'clock slot. Because they moved your boy to the janky slot for a little while. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to reclaim my slot. Now, I'm pretty sure we're competing with the amuse-bouche now, right? Like, we are up against the amuse-bouche, which is probably not good for us. But we're going to give it the old college try there. And so TP is great. I love TP, of course. And so, let's see. 2 Cent Harry is here. Running Marvel is here. Taco Adventure is here. What is going on? Jackie W is here. Ash Finn is driving while also watching. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You need to be the audio only crowd, bro. Like, you've got to pipe into the earbuds and the AirPods. That's what I meant to say. You got to pop into the AirPods and do it. Let's see. MP5850, Dr. Jim on my lunch break. All is right in the world, man. I appreciate you. Griffin Jones is here for the free refills. At Bonefish, they give you free refills. And again, guys, did you see the show this morning? Did you guys? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Guys, we had an Autumn Schultz sighting on the show. Now, the chance that we get 2 outlier moves in the same day, there's no way, man. There is no way. So I think we are finally safe. But look, this is it. This is it. You guys have heard me talk on From Theory to Practice for many, many, many years. And here it is again. This is why you don't sell 3 Delta puts. This is why you don't sell 6 Delta puts. Because you know what? Every once in a while, they go in the money. Every once in a while, those guys get tested. Case in point, Autumn Schultz jumping into the chat this morning. And she didn't just jump in. Like, she went in and she was active, man. Like, she went in and she was throwing jabs and she was in there with you guys. I was like, this is absolutely unbelievable. And so that is why there's a real life example of why you never sell 4 Delta puts, because again, it's all gravy. It's all strawberries and sunshine when it works, but man, that one time it doesn't, it can get pretty nasty pretty quickly. And so anyway, I digress. It's okay. Let's see. I'm here for the free refills. Malachi says, hey, when is the doctor's school starting for options? Is there a start date? Sign up for the trading lab. If you want to know, like, you know, when things are available again and like what I'm building and what have you, sign up for the trading lab. I want to build a bunch of stuff for you guys. I'm going to build a bunch of free stuff for you guys. Obviously, some of it has to be premium because, again, I don't have a salary. Like, I'm unemployed, right? Like, I'm at work right now, right? And so it's like, all right, well, at some point, you know, we got to start making a little bit of money. And so some of it is going to have to be premium, of course. But I still want to give out a ton of free content. And so that's why I'm going to be here with you guys twice a day, most days, for the foreseeable future. Because I want to be able to give you guys a ton of free content to where, you know, you don't necessarily even need any of the premium stuff to get where you're trying to go. I know that this is probably not a smart business move on my part, but the reality is I want to put out enough free content to where you don't need the premium stuff. And so why would you consider the premium stuff? Well, if you want something that's more organized, if you want something that kind of helps you implement the different strategies a bit more efficiently and a bit more effectively, and you know you want to see me do it potentially with larger accounts and things like that, then that's what that is going to be for. And so, but I wanted there to be a ton of free content for you guys, as always. And so I'm not going to be just the paywall guy now. That would not be right. But sign up for the trading lab there, Malachi, and it will give you more info about that. Let's see. Sam L is in the house. Is that Grace in the house? It could be Grace. It could be Ryan. I'm not sure. They are the only other two that have access to the Options Uncapped handle other than yours truly. Dracos is here. What is going on? What was the song picked? No, it won't be picked for a few weeks. So you guys still have time. I have not seen it. I have not seen it come through. And, you know, when the stream is over, because, again, the chat is so active now, it's hard for me to keep up with all of the comments that come in. Put your pick in a comment below when the live stream gets posted. Put your pick in the comment, because that way I'll see it more clearly and I can register your pick, but no one has picked it yet. Let's see. Seth is here. What is up? East Coast is here. What is up? Emmett Morrison. Has anyone guessed Unchained by Van Halen? No, but that's a very good guess. That's an outstanding guess. Shane Zilla is here. Oh, E-Media says FOMC minutes for Dr. Jim. Do we have FOMC minutes? Really? Wow, I had no idea. Literally zero clue. Dracos. Joel James, my man, in the house. What's going on, Joel? Hope you got my email I sent back to you last night. I appreciate you, brother, so much. Shawshank Redemption is here, man. I see a lot of the FTTP crew in the house, the original core position in the house. Man, I just appreciate you guys. I Sell Premium is here. Away from the numbers, twice a day treat in transit, again live from the M40, man. Thank you there, Neil. I appreciate you very, very much. Griffin Jones, Crowd is taking me down. What's Crowd doing? Let's take a look at some Crowd. Is this still the Crowd trade that we did together in the FTTP portfolio? Wow, the show's almost over? Oh my goodness. Wow, it goes so fast. I mean, it was fast on FTTP. It's way faster now that it's OU. Like, I feel like I'm on 3x speed. That's crazy. But was this the same Crowd? Griffin, you gave me this Crowd trade, I think, right? Or the one that we had for FTTP RIP. Yeah, Crowd down 11 today. I mean, that's a pretty, but for CrowdStrike, that's a muted move, right? Like, that's not even that crazy. Like, for CrowdStrike, that's not that crazy. And so, I mean, when you think about, you know, kind of what you're signing up for, there it is again, right? Was there ever a doubt? I can't believe I didn't say that this morning. I actually don't think I said that this morning. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because that literally is the most important thing. That is the most important thing. Well, the most important thing is to pump the algo. But a close second is you need to know, do you know what you've signed up for? And so CrowdStrike, Micron, right? SanDisk. It's like they're all doing, well, Micron's unch today. SanDisk. Aren't they moving around a lot today? I've gotten some emails about SanDisk. Yeah, 4%. That's not that much. And so, yeah, CrowdStrike, if I'm not mistaken there, Griffin Jones, a 5% move in CrowdStrike is not that crazy. Maybe I'm totally misrepresenting CrowdStrike. That's very possible. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got a 5% move there. You got $11. Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's pretty par for the course for CrowdStrike. But hopefully, well, Griffin Jones knows, man. He knows what to do, which is absolutely nothing. Griffin Jones knows the DNS is the way to do it. Let's see. Joel James pumping the algo. East Coast, the private. Yes, sign up for the Trading Lab, man, and you'll get all the info about that. Along with some very, very below average humor. Express delivered to your promotions folder. And so it's going to be good. Let's see. E-Media. Emmett Morrison for the algo, man. I appreciate you. Orgdenu is in the house. Man, what is going on, Orgdenu? I appreciate you so much, my friend. Thank you there, Erasmo, for all the support. Man, Erasmo he's been with me for years now. Years. And so thank you so much, my friend. And I appreciate you. And as always, if I can ever help, man, please just let me know. Rick B is here. What is going on there, Rick B? I appreciate you. Welcome to the jungle. That was guest earlier this morning. That is not it. And then there is a bunch of FTTP inauguration dates. Awesome. Oh, look at Josh Nuno 2016. Man, look at that. Wow, I see Preston is here. Sam L on the blueberry comment. Yeah, I'm a little off my blueberries now. But let's see. Carlos Lopez is here. Let me try to find a new person or two before we sign off here. Carlos Lopez. Hey, Jim, I'm 82 and following you to provide for my grandchildren. Keep up the good work. FTTP started from the beginning. Man, wow, Carlos, man, I really appreciate you so much, my friend, for sticking with me for so many years. Like, I'm so humbled that you've gotten so much value from my show and the different content. That's really, really, truly amazing. And my hat's off to you, man, for, wanting to do that for your family and wanting to do that for your grandchildren. I mean, I'm all in on Short Premium. I mean, I'm all in on this, right? I mean, that's why OU was built. That's why I made the decision that I made a couple weeks ago to lead the Tasty Network, which, I mean, Tasty is amazing, but I really just wanted to dive all in on this. And so hopefully it can continue to help you. But thank you there, Carlos. Thank you very much, my friend. Let me see. I see Do What's Logical. Heavy is the Head by Zach Brown. That is not correct. I see Joseph Say It. I've learned a lot from Theory to Practice. Thank you there, my friend. Thank you so very much. Let's see. Ashfin, July 2025. Really? Wow, that feels so recent. It feels like it's been longer than that. It feels like that for me. Maybe it feels like that for you, or maybe it doesn't feel like that for you. I don't know, but it feels like you've been around for even longer than that. Let's see. Oh, Packer Bob. Jim, I am back. What's going on there, Bob? Man, it's been a minute, Bob. It's been a minute. So Packer Bob, I'm glad I saw this one. We only have a couple seconds left, but I'm glad I saw this one because Packer Bob is an OG. So Packer Bob has been around for a long, long time. And so, yes, man, I'm off on my own, Bob. OU is my thing. I'm really glad you're here. We'll have the schedule. You can just check, like, the live streams, like the schedule. I'm trying to post them. We'll have schedules posted at other times. We're trying to get the graphics ready for that. But essentially, Monday through Friday at 2 o'clock, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the market open. That's really all you need to remember for right now. But, Bob, I'm really glad that you're here, and that's really, really awesome. But, man, I got to run. I got to go. We made it to the end. Man, wow, you guys are amazing. If I can ever help you guys in any way, please, we can sync up on Twitter. I am at Options Uncapped for the business account, or you can still use at JSchultz3 for my account. If you guys want to shoot me an email, you can certainly do that. I am Jim at Options Uncapped, and I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, guys, trade them small, trade them heavy, and stay generous. I'll see you guys tomorrow.